Oh, you were Singapore or Thailand?
Thailand.
Oh, okay. Well,
So I don't know if anybody's jumped on. Haven't seen anybody, but we're live now.
oh, okay.
I believe so. And we're live there now. So anyway, I guess. So you want to do this?
Let's do it.
Okay. So welcome to GTCA. This is our Great White North Division. And I'm Brad, and I'm here with my other brother from another mother, Curtis.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing our draws here for our head-to-head championship series. We'll be picking for the first round. There'll be 8 races. So we'll be picking which driver will be versing which driver. And then after that's done, we will be picking the track that we're going to be racing for this series. So, yeah. So I have a list here of everybody here. We have 16 drivers in. And I'll throw the drivers in and I'll have Curtis pull them out. And then we'll just line them up on our table. Afterwards, we'll take a picture and I'll put it on our Discord, and then we'll do our track selection.
Let's see which hoser we get first.
Anyway, so first off, here we go. Have to have a good Canadian beer. And we'll throw all the drivers in. Give it a shake. And I will just get Curtis to pull them all out.
Driver,
so one at a
hoser
time.
number 1, driver. Cheese, Chris Went.
Chris went. So
Reaper.
we're picking out. So his who he will be going up against.
Who's Cheese gonna go? Let's see. Oh, meat.
So,
Here's the funny thing: meat and cheese.
yes, there you
Sounds
go.
like a charcuterie board.
So yeah, so Chris and Jeff will be will be race number 1.
Ooh. All right. 2. We got the new guy, VPR Flocken, Pat Williams.
Pat Williams.
Going against.
And he'll be going up against here.
Ooh, Auto Dave Siebert.
Race 3.
Oh, you.
Oh, so
All right, Strider. Brad is going up against.
now if you pull your name out of that bowl, I'm gonna be
Just watch. Oh, Road Racer.
Okay.
Renee. All right. Races 4. Okay. Oh, the Warden pick. There we go.
Pick will be up against.
God, I hope it's not me. All right. All right. Oh, this will be a good one. Cayman.
Oh, that's gonna
Ward
be
and Cayman. Ooh, race
that's
number
gonna be
4.
a tight fight
That's
right
gonna
at
be
the
a good
beginning.
All right. Let's see. Number 5. Oh, here comes Judge.
So
Your
Scott,
nemesis. Yep, Scott. Who's he gonna go up against? Oh, Cone, DQ Cone. There we go.
if I remember correctly, I believe Cone and Scott were first race last time too. I'll have to go back and look,
see
but
that.
I'm pretty sure their first race together was against each other last time.
Round 2, okay. Let's see, who do we got? Coming in. Oh, Squints. Magic Thumb Squints. God, don't be me, don't be me. Oh, and Jax, the good Canadian. Another good Canadian. All right. Coming down. Oh, and we got Archer. All right. Good old Seth. And he is going to be going up against... Oh, Slowpoke. Slow, but he's getting better.
And our last
Only in the
2
corners.
drivers.
Oh, that's me last. Uh-oh.
Jay
Jay?
and yourself.
Oh, and myself. There I am.
So
Haggis.
that's going to be our first round lineup. We have Chris versus Jeff, Pat Williams versus Dave, myself versus Renee, Ward versus Jared, Scott versus Steve, Preston versus Joel, Seth versus Brad, Jay versus Curtis. So that's going to be our first setup. So as I've said before, the way this is going to lay out is with each race group is a race of 2 races, and depending which track we're picking, probably going to be 3 laps. If for whatever reason we pick Gardens comes out, Dragon Trail, chances are it might be 4 laps. We're looking for about 5 minutes to 6 minute races, so they're fast and sweet. First race, obviously, the winner that comes across, there's going to be a time pickup. So let's say Curtis and I are racing, and Curtis comes across the line, say 5 minutes, and I come across the line at 5 minutes and 4 seconds. That means there's a 4-second time difference, and we multiply it by 80%, which makes it 3.2 seconds, which rounds down to 3 seconds. So the second race, I actually get a 3-second head start, and then it comes now onto the onus of the faster guys having to chase you down. So it's more of a cat and mouse, the second race, which makes it very, very interesting. Reality is that what we're trying to do here is it gives everybody, myself being one of the slower drivers in the league, I actually have a chance that I can win this whole thing, because the onus is on the faster drivers to push and not screw up in their second race, because once they screw up, they pretty much lost the race. So it puts the onus on the second driver to push to catch them back up. And if you have one slow guy with the other, and there's a big gap of, say, a 10-second gap, it's a huge gap to have to catch up. And it's happened. And the fun thing about this, last time that we ran this series, we were having races won in the last 20 feet of the race, where that's how close it was at the line. So it's pretty exciting. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And so next we're going to be doing all the tracks, and I'll put them all in. So I will tell you what we're doing here first. So our tracks we have here, we have like 8 tracks here. We have Trial Mountains 1, Watkins Glen Long Course. We have Fuji Full Course. We have Brands Hatch, the Grand Prix circuit. We have Dragon Trail Gardens. We have Autodromo de Interlagos. We have Sardinia A. We have Atlanta, and we have Alsace. So we're only picking one track here, and the bull's going to tell us which one we're going to be racing. And this is the course we're going to be using for the entire series. So even though we're not starting this till mid-November, guys will be able to practice track lots, be able to figure out how you want your cars to be running, and hopefully we'll be able to do this. So Curtis is going to draw out of here.
All right.
And the bull's going to tell us where we're going.
And we've got Tokyo Central.
So, Cone, you got your wish. We're going to Tokyo, buddy.
Woohoo!
Okay, seriously, we're
Just
not
kidding.
going to Tokyo.
Here's the real one. Okay, let's make this good because we want to start practicing. And here we go. Interlagos.
Oh my goodness, we're going to Interlagos.
I hate
guys.
this track.
So, like I say, because we're a month out, we're starting this on the week of the 20th. Interlagos is where we're going. So start figuring out your car, start figuring out your tune, and I guess figure out the track. As we said before, this is a non-race car series. So no actual race cars, no GR3s, GR4s, GR2s, or GR1s. Anything that has a GR in the name is classified as not available for this course. And we're looking at a 700 pp. So anything that you can get to 700 or under, you can run however you want. So yeah, and once you pick your car and you start your first race, up until that first race, you can be in any car that you want. But once you've done that first race, that is now the car that you're stuck with for the entirety. You can tune it however you want throughout the series, but that is what we're stuck with. Time of day, everything for the track will not be changing. It will be a static date and time all the time. Also, depending, we'll have to look at Interlagos here if we're going to turn on shortcut penalties or not. The problem with having them on, because we're going to have stewards watching the race, and when I say stewards, just other drivers, and each driver will be, or each driver on the course will have multiple drivers watching their race for the first race. So let's say you scuff the wall and you lose 2 seconds. At the end of that race, those 2 seconds are put back, right? So if you finish the race at say 5 minutes and 6 seconds, but you scuffed the wall and you lost 2 seconds on the track, those 2 seconds are put back in. So you're only at 5 minutes and 4 seconds. And the reason we're doing this is we want the races to be as clean as possible, and we want them to be as fast as possible. And this way, then that time gap is as accurate as possible. Again, last time we ran this series, we only had one race that we reran. Everybody else, or every other race was pretty good. We're not looking for guys to sandbag their race, being the faster driver or the slower driver. We're looking at guys coming out here and just having fun and putting their best race they want down. So these are our 16 drivers. Anybody else that's not in this league at the moment, I know Slow's still not sure, so he might get replaced, but we'll decide that later. But anybody else that's watching this series and would like to take part, last time we ran this, we had call-outs, and it was a lot of fun. You can come in and do call-outs anytime that you want, meaning, you know what, say Teddy's, because I know Teddy is interested, but he's not in because unfortunately we had drivers already selected. But if Teddy comes in and says, hey, you know what, I want to call out Curtis, and then we'll set up a night and they'll do a call out on it. And we had multiple call outs on the first series as things go, because every racer is guaranteed at least 2 races. Once you've lost 2 races, you're no longer in the series. So we had call outs throughout after that. And so it was a lot of fun. But so this is what we're at. Again, just to recap, we have Chris and Jeff, Pat and Dave, myself and Renee, Ward and Jared, Scott and Steve, Preston and Joel, Seth and Brad Thurlow, Jay and Curtis, and we're at Interlagos. Jay will be happy. He's the one that put this track up for nomination. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a good one, and we will see you guys on the track.
Cheers, boys.
So I'm not sure if anybody was actually on.
Well, we'll see.
But we'll see. I don't think anybody was on.
Probably not, but still.
That's okay.
Those damn Americans.
That's okay.